It's a very strange situation you put in when you're working with a director like Russell, because of obviously his reputation and his experience and his expertise. You say, OK, Russell, we've got this idea here. We've got the band on stage. We want to have another character involved, and we think the atmosphere is pretty dark and pretty sinister, and the lights could be doing this or could be doing that. Listen to this part of the music. Hear these words in the song. And you give that to the director, and Russell, he takes that away with him, goes away for 2 weeks and has a think about it. And then maybe comes back with a storyboard, shows us all the things that are there, and we'll look at it. Until you've got something where both agree, both feel happy, and both feel as though they've actually been involved in the creation of it all.
I'm not sure how actually you're going to get away from the monster, yeah?
No, right.
Maybe you will kill it. There's going to be a guy's hand in there.
Or maybe you start give me some help when the wild boy comes to help me and I'll pull him in.
I like it. Yeah. Help.
And he goes, and while he's getting eaten, I get out.
I love the jewellery. Oh, great. Wonderful. And this is great. What does this do?
It's
big pin.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's nice.
I think that for the first time in a project that we've done visually, style was actually something that became quite important as an overall theme. We decided it was time that we had some sort of strong visual concept overall. And when my outfit arrived, which I had spoken to somebody about beforehand, it appeared to be very, very different to everybody else's and not quite that I'd imagined myself.
Russell was kind of broken down.
Russell likes the Christmas tree effect. You know what it reminds me of? You know those things that they used to make on Blue Peter, those trees where you rip up all the things, all the layers, and it comes out like this. I don't know, I think it'd probably be alright if it's maybe not quite as long as all this. If we just cut some of that off.
So, in the end, the guys who'd made the costumes actually left after a couple of days, and by the time I started my shooting, there wasn't anyone there. So I had to make my own.
It's actually a Camp Mad Max with jewellery. I love this glue. It sticks everything, doesn't it? More red one here. So it's all... How many more jewels can one possibly fit on the collar?
I'm now going to take two.
They will be taken for.
It's quite interesting to actually do that. I felt that it was important that overall everything sort of had a unity and linked together for that particular sequence. So I transformed my costume into something more aligned with the others. I mean, they were all different, but it seemed to fit together.
Arlene Phillips did all of the choreography on the Wild Boys. It was quite a big task as well. There was quite a lot of dancers in what couldn't be termed as a normal situation for dancers to be in, because it was a fairly violent routine. But she's always sort of personified, how can you term it, modern erotic dancing? The naughty bits. She's always good at the naughty bits.
As far as the movement was concerned, it was up to me. As far as the style and of the numbers, or what they essentially wanted, they gave me a guide. Well, actually, Russell gave me a guide of what they wanted.
I think she did a really tremendous job, because she's very modern in her approach.
That's what you do, just silent.
Yeah, I think it's a good idea. I'm changing
Are
this
you doing
car.
this afternoon?
I'm changing that Mercedes. Being flashed with images of naked women and all the things I love in life.
Yeah? Okay, that's great, John. I loved it. Yeah, I loved it. Huh? When you do. That was great.
I never wore denims in my life. In anything to do with Duran. Duran, I think it was one of the rules we made, you know, no one wears jeans. But I did in the Wild Boys sequence, you know, because it fitted.
Strap nice and tight. We could do with this gun thing off, couldn't we?
Andy?
Yeah?
To put us in a threatening situation is something that an audience perhaps wouldn't expect us to be placed in. Therefore, might evoke a different reaction to what we're used to. I've certainly never been hung up on a flying harness. It's very uncomfortable and a little bit hazardous at first. Actually being strung up there was enough to get you in the mood to feel threatened.
Now it's best to strap your chest. Strap your chest. Thank you, Andy. Careful.
It felt quite dangerous when we were doing, but I'm sure it was very safe. When I was first doing the balloon thing, people kept reassuring me that it was actually very safe. It was sort of hanging from wires from the ceiling. But no matter how much people assure you, you always sort of have that doubt.
Everyone else is like, Andy's bashing out Simon going in a windmill. I mean, they want you in jeopardy. Yeah? If this guy gets you, yeah. That's all right. But you're above him. I mean, you don't need it.
And just bring your hand back to him. Swing your hand back to his hand.
I'll go. Elbow that one.
Blocking your face. Blocking your face.
Huh? Really slowly.
Don't block your face.
I can move that over as well. Swing.
Like that.
And open hands at the end. And then round and round the garden like a teddy bear. One step. Have you been practicing that on Little Andy? Is he a bit young for that? All the nursery rhymes, everything.
It's not really as complicated as it might look. It's complicated for the lighting people and for the director to get the camera angles right and everything. But as long as there's no dialogue, I think that's the fear of having to rehearse a lot. We generally don't rehearse things because it takes a long time to set everything up. And then maybe there's a very brief run-through, but generally the actual taking of it doesn't take as long as the setting up of the shot.
This way, closer. See your plans, little